been an eventful few days. We've got so many things going on. Have you seen it? The King, Charles and Queen Camilla concluded that their trip to Kenya was the King's first state visit, by the way, to the Commonwealth country since his coronation, and it was a bit of a success. But who better to delve into this than royal biographer Angela Levin, who joins me now. Angela.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
I thought it was very good. One of the things that's interesting for me, because as you know, I wrote Camilla's biography, is that when you first see her, you think she's very shy, she's always withdrawn. King Charles was first going ahead, speaking very carefully, nearly saying, I'm sorry, but not quite, and she was stood at the back. But then a little elephant came along. She adores elephants, and her brother Mark tried to save elephants. Unfortunately, he died in an accident. So she was thrilled with it, and it got better and better around her. And each time she goes abroad now, she always does something about domestic violence, which is one of her main things she does. And 40% of the women there are treated very badly. And she had these women round her, and they obviously adored her, because afterwards there was about 20 of them who were dancing with her outside and laughing, and she was absolutely as relaxed. And I've always said she's the sort of person who you like more the more you see. And it was really lovely. And the president actually put a tweet in today, and he said how much he enjoyed having them. First of all, I thought it was a trick, but there's 7 million followers, and I thought, well, it must be him. And he had a lovely time. So the nastiness of the Mau and the problem and the money has, calmed down.
But that was somebody else's thing. I mean, I just get so bored of hearing all these reparation things.
Me too.
That was somebody else's behaviour. I can't be punished for what my dad did.
Yes.
Or my grandfather or before that, even if I am royal, which I am, by the way. I'm a princess in Ghana.
Oh.
Anyway, sorry, carry on, Angela.
Yeah, and I thought it was lovely that he actually did that to thank them very much, so that we could all know that in the UK. The one person who, of course, didn't like it was our friend Omid Scobie.
Oh, yeah, he
who thought there was a bit of red carpet at the end because it had been torrential rain, and he said something extremely rude, how it shouldn't be there and it shouldn't be then, how pretentious and all that sort of stuff. And his book comes out towards the end of the month.
Oh, that's why he's speaking, isn't it?
So that's why he's speaking. But also, my thought is that Meghan is stuck between what she's going to do, being very nice and sweet, or continuing to complain about how she was treated in the palace. And she doesn't want to be a nasty person, she wants to be a nice one. So I think he's doing all the dirty work for her, and will be saying lots of things about the royal family, because in a paragraph about it, it was incredibly rude about Meghan, incredibly rude about King Charles.
In his book, he was rude about Meghan.
Well, no, sorry, about Camilla, sorry. He would avoid Meghan saying anything, because he could do all the damage. So saying about Camilla that she was not very nice, and neither was King Charles, he wasn't popular, and Prince William is actually starving to get the lead, and actually it's going to be a very, very nasty, spiteful thing, because he won't have got through to the royal family. All the information would be that 3 years old at least.
It's incredible. She only spent, 18 months in the royal household.
But she has to win.
Anything. She doesn't know anything about it. You can't learn about the royal family in 18 months of sort of living in the palace for a little bit. She didn't understand that. It's very sad she didn't understand. What about Prince William, though, because he's heading to Singapore?
Yes, he's going off to deliver the prizes today. And it's interesting, actually.
Is that for the Earthshot Prize?
The Earthshot Prize. But King Charles is coming back as he goes out, and I was worried that if the planes are late, there would be no one here. And where would be the councillors to stand in? I thought it was very strange that it was so close together. Anyway, Prince William is going out there, and each of 5 people get £1 million if they've got something really that's very interesting and potentially very good for the environment. Catherine's not going with him because little George is taking exams, and so she's there to be with him. I think it's sweet. A lot of people thought it wasn't right, but I think actually, if he's trying to get into a school, even though they'll take him whatever marks he gets, it can be very upsetting.
But your kids come first. But like you said, you did make a point that even though they'll take him whatever marks he gets.
Yeah. But I think that's fair enough. She wants to stay at home because he wouldn't know that would happen, would he? He wouldn't.
No, he might do. He probably does.
Well,
you can see that definitely happened to Prince Harry. And finally, you've got Sarah Ferguson, breast cancer awareness. Now, I remember I saw a little clip of her. She was on Loose Women talking about it.
Women. Well, she was very open. First of all, she looked tremendously well. She was all in pink. That's obviously the colour. And she looked very happy, and she talked about it, that, A, she didn't have anything to let her know that she had cancer, no pain, nothing. And she didn't want to bother. And her sister, who came over from Australia, said she absolutely had to. So she did. And she said she's now just beginning to be able to sit up and walk about, which is actually quite a long time because it was April when she had it, and it's quite many months.
She had no symptoms at all.
She had no symptoms at all, but she did for a while, after she had the mastectomy, feel that there was something else all over her body. And she said to people, this is natural. You do feel like that, but it wasn't there. But you do feel it can be there because you can't tell if it's going to be there or not. I thought it was very, very good to open up like that and encourage people to go and see doctors and if they are in trouble. But the one thing I did think, if she's now saying she's so much better, whether King Charles will get rid of them in their big house, because the house in Windsor with 30 bedrooms, they didn't want them to stay there. But once she came out of hospital, of course, all that left. And although they're split, she's in one part and he's in another part. But now she said she's really fine. I wonder if you'd let them stay there.
Maybe. What about the children, though, Eugene and Beatrice?
Well, Eugene and Beatrice there's a big discussion about whether they should come and do some work and take over some of the engagements.
That'd be good. They should do, shouldn't they, make themselves
Well,
useful?
I don't know, you see, because Eugenie is well known for telling Harry all sorts of stories, and they're still very friendly. And I think the palace is probably very nervous that what she can tell him, which he will then sell on.
God, well, yeah, he will sell it on as well, won't he? Angela Levin, thank you very much. Always a pleasure. Lovely to talk to you.